3, 2, 1. All right, hello. Welcome to Unnecessary Roughness, Barstool's college football podcast, brought to you by, what's in my hand? Twisted Tea. I'm holding the peach right here. Kayce's got the raspberry. It looks like T-Bob's got the original tea over there, if I can tell.
And the birthday boy.
The half and half, excuse me.
Birthday boy's got original. Happy birthday, Ev.
Thank you. I wouldn't have been born without Twisted Tea. Take that however you want.
Wow.
Take that however
Didn't know that. Didn't even know it existed back then.
I'm about to say, I don't know if chronologically.
Just let it.
Maybe he was born for it.
It's his birthday. He can say whatever he wants.
That's true.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, you better bet on my birthday I'm going to say whatever I want.
Well, come March, we'll find out.
Well, that's, when my birthday is. It also happens to be the same day that A&M plays LSU. But
come August, we'll find out.
Whatever. Happy birthday, Ev.
Twisted Tea is delicious. Check it out. Go find you some Twisted Tea and watch you some football games and sit on your couch or sit on your back porch, your back patio. T-Bob, you got an outdoor TV at your house?
No.
I don't yet either, and I need one.
Well, I would say this, though. Are you thinking about going like actual outdoor TV? Because there's no need if it's covered up. Like if you have an overhang, you can buy a cheap 43-inch TV for like $200 from Costco, and you could roll through 7 of them before you would reach the price of an outdoor TV. So I feel very passionate about
How about you get out of my pockpocketbook, huh?
I'm just saying, you can swing it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I had
Mr.
like
Three Christmas trees.
Yeah, exactly. I had like a shitty TV, just regular TV that lasted in the Louisiana outdoors for like 4 years. It was awesome.
Yeah, but Chicago outdoors are a little different.
Oh yeah, it gets really cold, huh?
Yeah.
A tad cold.
So, all right, it is week 5.
The best slate.
So I can remember Saturdays with 3 big games, 3 giant games with like your Ohio State Penn States or maybe your Alabama LSU's and then another one somewhere else. I can remember weeks with 3 huge games. I don't know that I can remember a week with 3 huge games like we have this week, which I pulled out Penn State, Oregon, Alabama, Georgia as the 2 headliners, and then LSU Ole Miss also is a gigantic game, I think. So those are my 3 that's got big games. I can't remember a week where after those 3 huge games, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, between like 12 and 15 elite secondary games. I think the depth of the games in this week is as deep as any I can remember in recent memory. This is good at the top and it's good in the middle. I'm talking about games like Florida State, Virginia on Friday night, TCU, Arizona State on Friday night. Auburn A&M is a gigantic SEC football game. You've got Notre Dame, Arkansas, which is sneaky good. USC, Illinois, which that's either a bounce back spot or a we're good spot from USC. Ohio State, Washington is shaping up to be something we're going to have to watch. Indiana, Iowa, Tennessee, Mississippi State is a lot bigger than you would have thought preseason. Even unranked teams. Louisville and Pitt is sneaky huge in the ACC. Cincinnati, Kansas is sneaky huge in the Big 12. And then you got teams like App State and Boise. Like this is as deep a week I can remember in college football.
And every game, even like Arizona, Iowa State, which I'm sure you mentioned it. If you didn't, I just mentioned it.
I did.
Yes, those games.
I did not.
He did not.
I didn't think that he did, but last time I did that, you had, so I just wanted to double check.
Sure.
But all of these games with massive implications in the conference, and I do feel like sometimes we hype up the slate like crazy and then it doesn't really deliver. This one has to deliver because there's so many different games.
It's just the depth of it is crazy at every window. Starting on Friday night, I think Florida State, Virginia is big. I think TCU, Arizona State's big on Friday night. I think we're going to get a running start into this weekend of good football. And then, at every window on Saturday, you've got big game after big game after big game after big game. So I pulled out a couple to talk about, and then we're mostly going to let the categories do the talking here because I believe for these categories this particular week, every one of us will have a different answer. And I just think that's where we are. But obviously, the 2 big games. Yes, Kayce.
Well, we haven't talked about Mike Gundy getting fired on this program.
Yeah, because I
know you've talked about it a million times already.
Yeah.
But for the Unnecessary Roughness listeners, we should probably talk about it.
Yeah. We should. So to me, this is not shocking or surprising, but it is sad. I didn't think the Mike Gundy era would end like this at Oklahoma State. I thought a couple years ago when the Big 12 changed dramatically, Oklahoma State would be positioned to be the big dog in that conference. It did not happen. The Mike Gundy era goes 2 decades and ends in a whimper and a loss to Tulsa it's more sad than anything to me, Kayce. We can discuss the Oklahoma State job opening later on, but to me, it's just one of the tenured coaches in college football. His whole tenure ends with a thud.
Well, my first thought was that I understand you have to go out into the coaching world, and that's the whole game now. It's like the earlier your coaching job is open, the better options you're going to get. I just feel like he is one of those guys, and he's one of those guys that's been in the game for so long and at Oklahoma State for so long that you've just got to let him ride out the season. I know that that's not the business decision you should make. Yeah. I know that's not the decision that like the money power wants to make. But somebody like Mike Gundy, who has had so much success there and it means so much to that program, I feel like it's a really dirty thing that they did.
Well, I think what you're hoping for is some pie in the sky, leave it to Beaver shit, because in the world where we wanted to honor Mike Gundy and be nice to Mike Gundy, yeah, they should let him coach out the season. But the world Oklahoma State lives in right now is their program is going to have to start over from scratch and go forward, and they need to get to cracking on it as quickly as they can, T-Bob.
Maybe they offered him, and he was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, let's not. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, exactly. They gave Mike Gundy the opportunity to announce his retirement, coach the rest of the season. He declined. Like,
that's firing him, guys.
No.
Correct, but they gave him the opportunity to coach
he really wanted to
go out on those terms.
Who reported that?
That's straight from Kay and McFarland.
Like, that to me also is kind of like a saving face thing. Like, oh, we're going to let Mike Gundy say that he had an opportunity to stay and he decided not to. They're firing him right now because they want to go out in the season. There's no way they sat down and they were like, Mike, do you want to coach? Okay, you don't. We're going to. No, they absolutely pushed him that direction because they want to get into the coaching circles.
I think the bigger thing here is what Kayce's saying, or they could have waited till November when it was over and then told him they were firing him.
Yes.
Instead of saying after Tulsa, hey, 3 weeks into the season, you're done, you're out. We'll allow you to make one more run. But I'm sure he's a proud guy.
They got to get on it. I
know they do. It's
a business. They got to go. They got to go.
1,000%. But it is still, he is one of those guys that, I mean, I feel like we talked about it going into the season. We talked about coaching hot seats. It's just like, it surprises me just because he has been there for so long. But it's weird. It's weird.
To the length of time, the coach that he replaced at Oklahoma State was Les Miles.
When you said that on Wake Up Barstool this morning, I was like, shut the fuck up.
That's fucking crazy to think about, dude. So good on him. Good on Mike.
He had a hell of a run.
Hell of a run.
And listen, I think we've learned over the last few years that the Sabans who get to ride off into the sunset are few and far between. If you look at how Gary Patterson ended at TCU, if you looked at how Fitzgerald ended at Northwestern, if you now look at how Gundy ends at Oklahoma State, the ability to ride off into the sunset and be cheered as you go is few and far between. Big Ev, you haven't gotten to talk about this yet. What do you think?
No, I mean, I kind of saw it coming. Like the week before, I was like, oh, they'll probably let him ride out the year. Then you lose to Tulsa at home in a game that you really were never even in the game after the first drive. The program was in a tailspin. Like, think about literally 16 months ago, many were picking this team to win the Big 12 last year. Like, they went in a complete and utter tailspin. I think you have to get in front of it. You have to get that first crack at the next coaching cycle. I think they did the respectful thing, letting him coach out the season. But if he says no, like, what are you going to do? I don't fault him for saying no either.
Yeah, and you're getting, double-digit $1 million buyout by getting fired now. I'm sure he's very content with that. So they gave him an opportunity. He passed up on it. They did the right thing by firing them. Firing him. They have to fire him. You have to get a head coach on this cycle. You have to get a committee together and zero in on your next target. And if it's Zach Robinson, Oklahoma State kid, I absolutely detest that hire. If I'm them, I'm going looking at Mac Leftwich. I'm going looking at G.J. Kinney. Maybe
Eric Morris.
Yes,
Jeff 100%.
Traylor? Trailer would be interesting. Probably not, though. I think the three listed before him, I would all be in on more. And then, dude, like we said earlier, Brandon, I don't know if it's it for Gundy, but I think he'd be a lead at TV, and I think that's where he'll be headed.
Yeah, he's going to the OAN network.
Yeah, I think he would.
Is that still a thing?
I think TV would make a lot of sense for him, even for a year or two, and he decides if he wants to get back into it or not. I'm sure, but again, the best coaching job the best job in the world is fired football coach. Look how Ed Orgeron has thrived ever since LSU fired him. He said, "You're going to give me $17 million? I'll see you bitches later."
Well, he also, remember, right after he was fired, that he was just with a hot blonde in a pool in Vegas. That man just dove straight in.
That man's going to stay with hot blondes.
He's at the Ryder Cup pumping people up today.
Where's Jimbo Fisher right now? What's he doing?
Probably living a hell of a life.
He's on his ranch.
Yeah.
What about? Okay, sorry. For terms of candidates, Liam, I think these guys will be on every list. But Will Stein, Ben Arbuckle, are they above Oklahoma State?
I was at Illinois last week, and an Oklahoma State fan, or wherever we were, Utah, an Oklahoma State fan came up to me and said, "Hey, man, who do you think we're going to get?" Because I guess in his mind they had already fired Gundy. He said, "We're going to get Arbuckle, right? I want Arbuckle." And I was like,
30 years old, bro.
That's some little brother thinking, though, right? That this guy who's been Oklahoma's offensive coordinator for 4 games and is off to a pretty good start, but he's been Oklahoma's offensive coordinator for 4 games. You want to hand your whole program to him just because he's at Oklahoma? I thought that was some little brother thinking by them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's also realistic, isn't it?
But it is very flavor of the month.
They can get better than the flavor of the month.
I do agree.
He is 30 years old. He's fresh. He has huge potential, I think. But yeah, Will Stein now, but he's bigger than that, right?
Yeah.
Oregon's.
What if what if Oklahoma loses their last 5 games of the season? And you start
also John Mateer's hurt. So
we didn't talk about that either.
SEC's going to regret gifting that game to Oklahoma. Auburn's going to end up 9-3. Oklahoma's going to end up 7-5. Auburn, and they're both going to be outside the playoffs.
Whatever. How about you win the game, Auburn? I'm so sick of Auburn fucking bitching. I know they got.
If that happened to LSU or Mississippi State, we'd still be in the fetal position.
What? It did happen to LSU. Remember the Clemson game? We still won. You know. I don't know.
No. So it didn't happen to LSU.
No, they took away that touchdown.
It didn't happen to LSU.
They took away that touchdown. We still won. I'm saying fucking win the game, Auburn.
Listen.
Pussies.
If A&M wouldn't have won against Notre Dame after that touchdown got called back, I'd still be upset about it.
Well, I mean, they gifted you the
No,
touchdown.
we're not doing
away
this.
with a hold. You tackled that guy.
Notre Dame shouldn't have missed the extra point. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Also, Auburn's losing this weekend anyways, but go ahead.
I don't know. We'll see.
Damn, Mateer's going to miss Texas. That's so fucking lame.
I know. It sucks.
I just want to clean up on, because I was talking to Gino, who's our resident big-time Oklahoma State fan.
He wants Robinson.
He wants Zach Robinson. I told him, I looked him in the eyes, and I said, dude, no way. Mac Leftwich or Eric Morris should be the guy. Eric Morris, I'm very happy you brought up because I almost slipped and didn't say him. He has coached and recruited guys such as Baker Mayfield at Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech, Cam Ward, he got to UIW. Yeah. Like he coached them at Wazoo. He's got
he found
Maker right now. He got Mateer. Like he has a short list of very successful big time hits at quarterback. He's 39 years old. North Texas rolling to start the year. Why is that not the shot you take? He's not above Oklahoma State. He's looking for his big gig, his big opportunity. Why wouldn't it be Eric Morris?
Yeah,
why would you not throw him a bag and let him find your quarterback and the rest will come in? No? So that's what I would do.
Go ahead.
Brandon.
Yeah.
We're going to Illinois this weekend.
We are,
and we're going to put in our bets. We could actually put on our bets while we're there. That's something I did not do.
That is in this state, yes.
Yes, when I completely forgot going to Utah.
Had to cancel my Starkville trip.
Are you okay about it? You're going to miss.
Well, you didn't have a hotel room anyway.
I had an Airbnb, brother.
What about the biscuits and gravy wrestling?
I can't go.
You can't be seeing the ladies.
They rescheduled.
Oh, for Brandon.
Did they? Oh, no.
Okay. All right. DraftKings, the rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets. Saturdays are made for football, and DraftKings Sportsbook is celebrating college football's game of the week with a special profit boost for all customers. Just opt in for any game this Saturday, and you'll score a single-use profit boost token for the game. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code RUFF. That's code RUFF for all customers, no matter if you're new, if you're old, whatever it may be. The special profit boost on the college game of the week in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
All right, so I think the 2 big games stand out are very, very clear here. Penn State, Oregon, Alabama, Georgia. Now, I can't remember a weekend where Alabama, Georgia wouldn't be the number 1 game of the week, but I would certainly put it behind Penn State, Oregon because of a couple things. A, it feels like more of a narrative game than it probably ought to, but it feels like James Franklin better fucking win this game or the narrative police are going to absolutely destroy him for never being able to do it, even though Dan Lanning has done it a grand total of once. He's done it once by beating Ohio State last year.
He beat Penn State last year, too, though.
In the title game, they were a better team. I think Penn State... I think Penn State...
That's a lot of hand-waving.
Not really a lot of hand-waving.
No, I don't mean like physically. I mean like being like, yeah, sure, they beat Penn State.
When they got to that championship game last year, Oregon was a solid favorite. They were a much better team. They were 12-0. They were undefeated. This is an early season. They're both fighting for the top 5 spot. They're both fighting for the top of the Big Ten. To me, this is a much more even matchup than that one was. Maybe I just misread that one. I apologize. But Big Ev, you're the Big Ten guy here, or at least one of them. Penn State, Oregon. It is. The pressure's all on Penn State. I think everybody would agree with that. But it is a whiteout, and it is Oregon having to go on the road and win one of these big games on the road. Which way do you see the wind blowing here?
I don't know if this is going to be like a public dog situation, but I like Oregon. I think the thing with Penn State, I keep going back to almost some of the thoughts we have about Clemson. And listen, let me be clear. I think Penn State's a much, much, much better team than Clemson. But it's a team that we've kind of like, listen, Penn State's very good. They probably are a top 5 team. But we've like anointed them this like top like 3 spot. And I don't really know why, because they haven't really earned it. Like this core it's the same team from last year without Tyler Warren and Abdul Carter, without their 2 best players. Yeah, they added some talent at receiver, but they lost 2 of their elite talents. Like they're very, very good. But I don't really see what they did to be like that much better than last year. I haven't seen like the leap from Aller yet. You're giving me 3.5 with Oregon. I'm going to take it. I think Oregon has a chance to win this game. I think it's definitely a close game. Wouldn't be shocked at all if Oregon won.
Kayce?
I'm going to take Oregon as well. Braden, you had dad shit to do on the podcast on Monday, but we talked a lot about this. This to me is a classic. Penn State's not going to win this game. I know you hate that. We talked about how much you would hate everything that we said on Monday night. But I do think this Oregon team, Dante Moore and this offense have been firing. This is going to be the first real test for Jim Knowles at Penn State. We know that. They haven't played anybody yet. That's not completely their fault. Obviously, they have to play what's in front of them. I just think this Oregon team better. I think that this Oregon's offense is going to roll. And I don't like Drew Aller, and I don't like Penn State. I've said that all year.
T-Bop.
Ev raises a very good point about not having Warren and Carter. They're both kicking. Well, actually, is Carter kicking ass on Sundays? Tyler Warren's been incredible in Indianapolis. He's playing well as well. So it's like,
we're just going to ignore that Oregon lost a shit ton too. Oregon lost a lot of good players.
Well, I know, but I'm talking more about what Ev is saying in terms of like how I think about Penn State and think about them as like, okay, same team as last year, but they're better. But then, those are 2 massive fucking pieces to lose. Here's what I would say about Oregon. Okay, this game is rare to me for one main reason, which is that functionally, it kind of doesn't matter. I think both of these teams still make the playoff, regardless of result.
Sure.
To your point, I have never seen a game with such a mountain of narrative riding on one side, non-existent on the other. Right. Oregon is playing completely with house money here. Penn State hasn't played anybody. Here's a question. Has Oregon played anybody?
No.
Montana State, Oklahoma State, Northwestern, Oregon State. Oklahoma State, Northwestern, Oregon State, 0-8 against FBS teams this year. Neither's played anybody. I think Oregon's looked sharper. I haven't really watched Penn State too closely.
Oregon didn't look that sharp against Northwestern, but they were obviously hell on wheels against Oklahoma State.
What does that look like? So I'm thinking the home team gets it done here.
Yeah, that's one point that hasn't been brought up yet. They're
it's
home.
A whiteout at night. It's Dante Moore, who is still young, looks very good. He goes and wins this, he'll be the Heisman favorite. Like, he has a chance to launch this weekend. But yeah, I'm thinking it's a close one. Have you said 3.5? I kind of like Oregon with the hook, but I think Penn State pulls out a 3-point win at home here.
Liam?
First off, I want to thank you.
You're welcome.
For going to Big Ev and saying you're a Big Ten guy, one of our Big Ten guys. That means a lot when we're 7-point underdog at Northwestern this week.
I was talking about Lukey.
That has to be so demoralizing, Liam.
6-point dogs.
6-point dog to Northwestern.
Down to 6.
Are they playing at Northwestern?
Yes.
Are you going?
No, why would they go?
Because you're a UCLA fan.
I was trying to
I'm a
convince
college football fan too.
Is there not a bounce back? Is there not a dead count bounce here?
Brand, I want to watch Washington, Ohio State at that exact time. I want to watch all the college football at that exact time. It is one of the greatest Saturdays of this decade, and you want me to go watch UCLA Northwestern?
You know what I was trying to do? convince him to come to Champaign, and he was like, no, I got to watch games. I was like, you'll be back by kickoff.
That's an interesting conversation that we could have after a show.
Oh.
The current conversation will have to be Oregon, Penn State, as we have anointed. And I cannot wait to see the Dan Lanning bit that he's got planned for this game. I really want to see what he cooks up, what fires them up, what fires me up. I think I made a mistake a few weeks ago, a month or two now, saying Oregon's going to miss the playoff. I think that was foolish, silly. I was doing tricks on it, little bro. I was doing...
He was doing tricks on it.
T-Bob, you said the same thing.
He was doing tricks on it.
He was also doing tricks on
too.
it.
That's how I know.
He was
we
doing
both
tricks on the same team.
Yeah.
We made a mistake.
I don't like Liam making sexual jokes at all. That really
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Doing tricks on it?
The kids must have got me on that one. I thought
what else would that mean?
I thought it was just Twitter slang for you.
Doing tricks on it means bouncing on a dick, Liam.
Not in my dictionary. Nonetheless, I think Oregon, too much speed, too much playmaking. I understand, they haven't played anyone. That's valid. I agree with that. Again, Penn State obviously hasn't started their season yet. I do think Oregon, too much speed. I like what I love Will Stein. I think he'll cook up something good. DeCorian Moore, because they haven't played anyone, he's not being talked about quite enough at all. My player to watch, who I'll get to later, the tight end Kenyon Sadiq, absolute monster, the future face of his position. One point I want to raise is that we are chalking in Penn State as a playoff team if they lose this, and if they lose to Ohio State, that them at 10-2 is a playoff team. But we write off Notre Dame and we put them into the is Notre Dame a playoff team?
Look, I think if they go 10-2, I think we've said this.
By
right?
the way, 10-2 Notre Dame's absolutely in a playoff.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
The conversation has been had.
But there's people that are stupid.
Correct.
But we all agree in this room.
It also would depend on what else happens in the rest of the conference. But I would think a 10-2 Big Ten, or in the rest of the country, a 10-2 Big Ten team would get in over Notre Dame.
Correct.
10-2.
And I'm not saying that Penn State isn't going to be. I'm just saying that if people are having those same conversations about a 10-2 Notre Dame, maybe they should have it about a 10-2 Penn State.
You're talking about crazy.
I'm talking about hoopla, but I'm just saying.
Right.
What
we got Penn State, Oregon here.
Yeah.
Correct. I made my pick. Oregon's my number 2 team in the country. Oregon, I would take -3.5. I think Oregon gets them.
This is what pisses me off about this game, is that we're a month into the season, and how can we possibly know anything about Penn State? It's a fucking joke.
Anything about either of them.
We know slightly more about Oregon, but yes, your point is well taken.
Oregon's offense has looked much better in whether it's been pedestrian games or not than the way Penn State's offense.
This is why, though, we need better scheduling in college football.
To me, that's the Georgia corollary, though, right? Like, Georgia's offense against these nobodies has looked like nothing, and then they go to Knoxville and they hang 44
That's
points.
Fair.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
That's true. It's a good point.
No, I'm not saying they're going to score 44 points in this game, or that they're going to be a great. But I think they have a quarterback who hasn't had to prove it this year. But this is a 4th-year quarterback who's been through the wars. Like, nothing's going to freak him out about this game. Dante Moore, this is his first big start.
First big start on the road, wide out, most intense environment in the country.
Just think, I know that I get a lot of flack because I've been a Penn State guy here, and I think they have been a hell of a lot better than this narrative around them. Oh, they never won anything. Got pretty damn close to playing for a national title last year for somebody that never wins anything. They got an easy path, but yeah, they still got there. Penn State, to me, is a veteran team, a team that's been through the wars, a team that has had these whiteouts, and more than that, has had to hear about how fucking shitty they are for not winning these games, how sucky they are, how their coach sucks, how their quarterback sucks. But in their crime has been not being better than Michigan from a couple years ago and Ohio State the last couple of years. Guess who else hasn't been better than those teams? Every fucking body in the country. So anybody in Penn State's position would be doing the exact same as Penn State. Oregon, they're a good team. They're a real good team. They're going 3,000 miles away.
I know.
They're going to the whiteout. They're going at night. First big start for their quarterback. Give me Penn State at home and give me Penn State but comfortably.
So this is where
give me
comfortably.
Give me Penn State comfortably.
By how many?
I don't know. Comfortably.
Put your tits on the line. How many?
This is where, though,
10 points.
You just laid out perfectly why Oregon's playing with house money.
Yes.
Penn State has all the money. Penn State's playing with all the advantages on paper here. They have to win this game. James Franklin's 4-20 record against top 10 opponents needs to notch a 5.
By the way, and that is very notable, and I understand James Franklin hadn't done it.
420.
If you were to,
okay, 6-7.
Dan Lanning won that game last year against Ohio State at home. Without that win, his resume against top 10 teams is completely and totally lacking.
Not nearly as many opportunities.
I don't know that matters.
It does matter.
Yes, it does.
How's it matter? If you have
Brendan, I think it's reasonable. The year before, they were big favorites. Both Washington games lost both.
Yeah.
I think it's more than fair. Even if someone's picking Oregon, I do think it's more than fair. We have anointed Dan Lanning as well off one win.
Yep.
That I think fluky would be a stretch, but it was like one big win.
Goofy.
1 point.
No, okay, that's fine.
Every other time he's had a big game, he's lost it.
There's a middle ground. There's a middle ground here somewhere because yes, people have anointed Dan Lanning, but also James Franklin has had way more opportunities at Penn State to break this narrative.
That's fine.
Like Lanning can get to Franklin status, but he's not there yet. He's not there. But then again,
who's to say in 5 years he's not?
Well, we don't know, again, but we know that James Franklin is there right now.
To devil's advocate myself, Franklin won one of them early on, right? The Ohio State win.
2016.
Isn't that right? Like, isn't that his only like 17? So he got one out the gates. So this is Lanning's opportunity to be like, fuck you. I can replace an entire team, and I can still go in there and win in a whiteout.
Dan Lanning beat him last year. I know it's already been said, but why are we forgetting this?
Now, if Lanning does win this game,
I think
if Lanning does win this game, though, he is so over, right? And I mean, like wrestling terms over. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, this is
fucking massive.
He wins this game on the road.
That's what I'm saying.
God, and I think
if James Franklin wins it,
the narrative won't be busted because then it'll just be you haven't beat Ohio State.
Yeah, James is going to get that. He's going to get the goalpost.
James is going to kick
the
can down
a little bit, but this one would be like you've got to at least acknowledge that he's done it.
This is a step in the right direction.
This is a step in the right direction. It's kicking the can down the road because it'll then be you can't beat Ohio State. He loses that one. You can't beat a good team in the playoff. You can't win the national championship.
I will tell you as a James Franklin hater that I will give him flowers if he wins this game because I would put this in the category of a game I don't think that he can win.
I think that's crazy to say he can't win this.
Well, he hasn't so far.
We gonna see.
That doesn't matter.
We gonna see.
Well, it does matter.
You don't break through until you break through.
Well, right. So I'm saying he's not going to break through.
They can.
Well, of course, anybody can win at any point.
But no, Kayce's standing on her shit. She's saying he can't fucking win it.
But to put Lanning and Franklin up there and say, well, this guy, this big games, this guy, yeah, it's just.
I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying that Dan. I actually
said James Franklin can't win this game because he can't win a big game.
I do not believe that James Franklin is going to win this game.
Okay.
Can he? Of course he can. Anybody can win at any given point. I don't think that he's going to.
But you started the sentence by saying he can't.
We're getting into semantics.
And that's where we thrive.
Because he has not done it thus far. Of course he can. You could go coach this team and win it.
But do we not give him credit for the time he did beat Ohio State?
It's been a long time.
Is it too long?
It's been 10 years?
It was 2016. You're right, Brandon.
It's almost a decade. It was 2016.
It's been literally 9 years. I started out this take by saying if he wins, I will walk that take completely back. I don't see myself walking it back. If I have to walk it back, I'll eat crow. I just don't see it.
By the way, I don't think you'll walk it back. I think James Franklin will walk it back for you. He'll pick up the take and he'll just start walking, and then you'll have to go, can I have my take back, please?
No, and then he'll yell at a student in the stands and
I
get
was
his
just envisioning that.
Yeah, he'll be all butthurt because an 18-year-old's talking shit to him.
Now, what Liam said was a little ahead of everything when he said, no, let's not talk about 10-2 with the loss here, Penn State going to the playoff. But I do think the winner here, I think you can go ahead and put a playoff check mark by him.
Easily.
I think you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
easily.
I'm not saying.
No. We don't have to get back into that.
I know. I just want to clarify for the.
We all know you're a classic playoff guy. That's all you want to do is talk about the playoffs.
I'm not saying that 10-2 Penn State won't make it. They will and they should. But if people are having the conversation about Notre Dame, then they need to have the conversation about Penn State, both at 10-2. It'd be USC and Indiana as each other's best wins. You could say the Indiana wins a little bit better. You could say they're fairly equal. Whatever. I don't care. I do. Depending on what happens Saturday, I might have Penn State miss in the playoff though too. I might see a free fall. I'm seeing the future.
All right, the other big game, Alabama and Georgia, and we're in a weird spot with these two teams because I think it was assumed when they played on September 27th there would be two undefeated teams. It is not. One of them is undefeated, having won a top 10 game on the road. One is defeated, having lost to Florida State on the road. So we have Alabama. Have they quietly put everything back together in Tuscaloosa? Or are they quietly a monster down there because they just have not had a close game since? With the one Power 4 win being over Wisconsin 38-10. Or and Georgia, of course. I don't think they played last week after beating Tennessee, right? They had a bye week.
No, bye week.
Yeah. So
Brandon, I have a trivia question for you regarding this game.
Yes.
You've probably seen it already, but you would have known it anyways. When's the last time these two teams have played and it's not a top 15 matchup?
Is Alabama not in top 15?
No.
Wow.
17.
God. Probably that was it. That game Georgia did the funeral like in 2008.
Close.
What, 6,
2007.
7? Yeah, but I think that was the blackout game for the funeral.
Yeah, your brain is astounding.
Yeah, you really. I mean, I thought
that
Trump,
might be wrong, by the way.
You didn't even know that it wasn't a top 15 matchup. No, it's the first time it's not been a top 15 matchup since 2007, and the last 6 of 7 games have been a top 5 matchup. So
I thought President Trump cured you. How'd you know that?
Now, I'll point out this about one of the big narratives here is that Alabama owns Georgia. They have. They have won 9 of the last 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that is a true narrative at all at this point. I think Nick Saban owned Georgia and Kirby Smart.
They did get him last year, but
they
feel
got him last year.
I know how it went down.
It took Ryan Williams turn into Superman after Georgia had that big comeback, and it was in Tuscaloosa. So you need to hold serve on that one.
And then Alabama turned around and lost to Vanderbilt. Not to disrespect them.
All I know about Alabama is this: we've seen them 4 times this year. 3 times they've looked razor sharp and awesome against bad teams at home. They've gone on the road once and looked like the most average thing you have ever seen in your life in Tallahassee. They could not handle Tallahassee, Florida. How the fuck are they going to handle Athens, Georgia?
Georgia's winning this game.
Georgia's winning the game.
Yeah.
Ev?
Dogs on top. Oh. I can't wait to fucking get on my knees and bark.
This is my problem because I think everyone thinks this, and it's scaring the daylights out of me as a gambler, as a guy trying to pick the game. Like it's three in Georgia. You're basically saying it's a coin flip on a neutral site. I think that's scary. And I was going to say something as Brandon, like the Saban years don't matter to me, but you can say what you want about last year. That was a team in Alabama that came in prepared, ready to kick some ass. So I give DeBoer credit for that.
Milrose locked.
I want to say Georgia because I just trust them more. I believe they are the better team, but I'm scared because this screams like Bama's going to be in this game to the very end.
So you think the oracles out west are scaring you? You're saying?
Yeah, because I think the entire world thinks like, oh, this is like we saw Bama get just like eviscerated in the only game that people probably watched of Bama so far this year. Like, so it's like a public narrative thing. But then you see the line and you're like, man, like I thought maybe this might be closer to like 6.5. It's 3. Like that I think makes you like Bama's. They basically think they're like pretty similar.
Can I ask you a question, Ev?
Power ratings or whatever you want to say.
So can I ask you a question then? Because I'm naive and way more about this than I do. Does the history of the series that Brandon is talking about, does that factor into those numbers at all?
I don't think so because I mean, like I said, he said, and I said, like it's Saban until last year.
No, I agree. With you. I'm just wondering from like a pure gambler.
Play last year, so kudos to him and for having them ready to play that game. And Beck obviously played terrible in the first half as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm picking Georgia to win the game, but I don't feel like it feels uneasy when I say it.
Liam,
because it just feels like too easy.
You're the only one that made a visceral noise when somebody said Georgia was going to win the game.
I made a visceral noise when Brandon Walker said something. And I immediately thought someone's going to clip that and tweet it out after Alabama wins.
That's fine.
And I have thought...
You think I fear that?
I'm not saying you fear that. Yeah. I fear that as a guy who came in here today, plopped on the couch.
They ain't clipping nobody's, Playboy.
Brandon Walker, I'm only saying this because I thought Georgia was as good as good, to win this game.
Yeah.
And then you said that and it spooked me.
Well, don't get spooked.
Well, I got spooked,
Stand on business.
Brandon's not spooked.
Because I'm thinking the same way as Ev. I would have had this at Georgia 5.5, 6. I think but I didn't want to pay mine to the spread. I didn't want to pay mine to too many people being on Georgia here. I wanted to zone in, tunnel focus myself, what I believe, what I've seen. I think Alabama I absolutely obviously hated what I saw against Florida State. I'm not putting any stock in the Wisconsin. I'm not putting any stock in the ULM. Ty Simpson has looked fine in those games, but again, I'm not putting any stock into it. I think Georgia is going to physically dominate, emotionally dominate, and abuse them just like Florida State did to them. But when you said that, I got a bad oogly moogly feeling where I was like, that's getting clipped, and I don't know what to do now aside from say Georgia's going to win the football game by double digits, and
that's going to get clipped too.
Correct, and we'll see. I feel good about Georgia. I feel like maybe odds makers looked at the Tennessee game and thought differently of what I thought, which is I thought those were top 5, top 6 teams. Maybe they thought, it took them from the death to be able to take hold of that football game and walk out of there squeakily. Maybe it's that. I don't know. I like Georgia by double digits. I love Zach Branch. I Mike Boa, just don't mess it up. Okay, bye. Sorry.
I love that people are trying to shit on me for saying Zachary Branch is overrated. And he made a play against Tennessee, but he had 60 yards. Guys, I said whatever. That's not what I want to say.
Yeah.
What I want to say is this. Georgia's won 33 consecutive games at home. Mm-hmm. Longest streak in the country. During that streak, they've beaten 8 top 15 teams. Only 4 of those 8 wins were decided by less than 10 points. Okay, I get everything. I get the oogly moogly, but I really think Georgia's program is in an infinitely better spot than Kalen DeBoer's Alabama, and I cannot see Bama getting done on the road.
Completely agree. I completely agree. The discipline alone from it, I understand that they've turned it around a little bit the last couple of weeks, but have they? Just this Alabama team, what we've seen throughout the season, again, I'm doing the can't, I'm doing the absolutes, but can they win? Yes. I just don't see Kalen DeBoer's team beating Kirby Smart at home. I just don't see it.
All right. You got an ad for us?
Brandon, you like my leggings? This is in now every week. You got to say yes or you like them?
Yes, I do.
Viore.
With a checkerboard.
Yeah.
Chessboard.
Checkerboard.
What?
Checkerboard.
Checkerboard.
You don't call that chessboard pattern.
I call them chessboard.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
So what are Tennessee's end zones?
Chessboard.
No.
Yeah.
When you see a NASCAR flag and all that, you say
yes, that's a classic chessered flag. That's a chessered flag.
No, chessered flag.
Viore. I wear Viore every single day. It's incredibly versatile and comfortable, perfect wherever you go and whatever your day brings. Of course, they have the Sunday Performance Jogger, part of the Sunday collection. It's everyone's favorite jogger from Viore. Guys, when you put on a good jogger, it's looking good. Okay, it's looking good. It's
what's looking good?
When just everything.
I have a Viore shirt on.
And it's looking good. Look at that. It's looking good.
I look like I'm doing Dan Katz cosplay.
Why you spoke up there. I had her trapped into saying something.
Oh, I fucked up. My bad, dude.
Right.
You the glimmer in your eye when you're like, what's looking good? It's looking good.
Okay. So yeah, I had
maybe they're wearing gray joggers.
Sure.
Maybe. Soft, lightweight, 4-way performance stretch, stylish and comfortable enough to wear all day. It's ideal for fitness, running, and training. Viore is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they're giving 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at Viore.com/roughness. That's Viore, VUORI.com/roughness. Exclusions to apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but you'll enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Viore.com/roughness.
I'm going to get to the Cracker Barrel game of the week in a second, and then we'll do the categories, and that's how we'll cover the rest of the games. Unless we get to the end and we haven't covered one, we'll circle back and get it. Before I go to the Cracker Barrel game of the week, I don't remember the timeline because Monday night I had to take Tommy to driver's ed, and when we got there, he didn't have his book. We had to double back and get it, and I got him there 20 minutes late.
You had dad shit.
So I had dad shit. Had Landry and Whitweek's hard launch by the time y'all did the podcast?
Oh, yeah. And I said I didn't think you would want to talk about it. Liam,
look at our guy.
I know. We need your takes. Well, first of all,
I don't really have a take. I'll just say this. Young Love is wonderful. Hopefully they found it. Good for them.
Hot couple.
Fine.
So hot.
I will say I believe Landry Kiffin has inherited her dad's penchant for it's not attention seeking for
dramatics,
being entertaining online. She knows. I believe she knows how to tweet something and get a reaction. And waiting to hard launch the Monday of the game is marketing 101. And I believe she has inherited that from her father.
I started off the podcast talking about this and said the exact same thing because everyone was like, oh, like Weeks he's making a chess move. It's the coach's arm. I'm like, no. The Kiffins know exactly what they're doing. Not only that, now when we had done the podcast, Lane had not weighed in on it yet.
Yeah.
So then he weighed in on it, and then now there's a Kiffin family documentary coming out.
Yeah.
It's all very calculated.
Yeah, and I his one tweet where he said take the over.
So funny.
I thought that was a little weird because he's shitting on his own defense.
Well, I think he's more saying like, fuck this little linebacker who's fucking my daughter. I'm about to put up this kid's ass.
Yeah.
I'm about to score all over. I got Trinidad Chambliss in my back pocket.
Yeah, I don't like how good they looked last week. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. Don't like it at all. All right.
But
wait, did you see Lane's latest comments? He was asked at his press conference.
I try to
about it
avoid
today.
Lane comments at all.
He said, he basically just said like Weeks is a good kid from a good family. I'm happy my daughter's dating him.
Yeah.
yeah, he online is saying things differently than offline.
Would you like to expound on that?
No.
Okay.
Would you like to extrapolate?
No.
That's not.
Also, he shockingly has not been an overs coach at all.
No, they haven't. They have not.
And
been
he
over.
also can't cover a
Big-time
fucking
underdog
spread.
at Ole
So
Miss.
I would prefer Lane just cover a spread once.
Yeah, extrapolate's not the right word.
Yeah, no.
This game's going on.
It's fine. It's fine. Everybody relax. Okay. Game of the week segment presented by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is giving you all the more of what you already love. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and rant right now, but hash brown casserole,
King.
the fried okra, the baked apples, the bacon, the sausage, the eggs, the pancakes, everything. Everything's just so good at Cracker Barrel. The fried chicken, the meatloaf is so good at Cracker Barrel. Anyway, it's even better than I remember. There's more to it. There's more to Cracker Barrel. See how Cracker Barrel is bringing you more crave-worthy comforts, country hospitality, and all the more to enjoy at a Cracker Barrel near you. And trust me, there's probably a Cracker Barrel near you because Cracker Barrels are all over the place, and they should be. Swing by and visit Cracker Barrel today in the Cracker Barrel Game of the Week. Big Ev, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday, Ev.
You love Cracker Barrel. What's your Cracker Barrel Game of the Week?
You know, I'll just talk about my game because I think it's the game that's kind of it's weirdly under the radar for this week because there's so many good games.
If only we had a segment for under the radar games.
But it's not an under the radar game. It's a big game.
Okay,
because it should be number one versus a ranked team. Washington is not ranked. That's a mistake. You see that in the line. Vegas has respect for them. I have respect for them. I said they'd be a playoff team before the year started. I stand on that. I think this is going to be an incredible game. Obviously, tough for us to go across the country after sailgating West Coast. An incredibly explosive offense. Damon Williams is incredible. Jed Fish is a great coach. I'm really excited for this game because I think we're really, really going to get tested by this offense. I'm really excited to see how this defense responds on the road. Explosive, who I deem like a Heisman-like type guy at quarterback. I'm excited. I think it's a massive game. Like I said, you're seeing the line. The lines come down a ton. That makes me nervous. But I talked about earlier in the week and last week, I have a healthy respect because I came into the season being so high in Washington. So it's not a ranked matchup on paper, but to me, this is a ranked matchup. This is a top 25 team we're playing on the road.
I was going to make that point. I think there's 25 teams in the top 25. I feel like we got about 32 to 34 teams that might deserve it at this point. I think we're flush with decent to good teams, more so than we're used to. All right, T-Bob, your Cracker Barrel Game of the Week.
Yeah, I got to go with the KISS method here. I'm just going to say I'm going to say Oregon, Penn State.
All right.
And then because I got plenty of other we'll get to it.
You coming over to me or am I coming over to you?
Who's kissing?
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying keep it simple, stupid. But I mean, I'll kiss you. I've never kissed a man with a beard. I think that'd be interesting.
You think that'd be a clash? You think the beards would stick together?
Yeah, I don't know.
Velcro?
Like Velcro.
Velcro.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But you've kissed a man without a beard?
We'd be like two dogs. You ever seen a dog get lodged inside another dog and they can't pull away?
Yeah, get the water hose
Yeah, I was
after
about to say, you got to like wet it.
Yeah, it's awful. Oh, I didn't know that. I just watched them forever until they got it out.
It's painful.
It looked horrible.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I don't know. May have kissed a guy. I don't know.
Okay, so you're going with Penn State, Oregon. Liam, your Cracker Barrel Game of the Week.
Because it shouldn't be one of the big ones since we talk about them so much, I'm going to go with Mississippi State hosting Tennessee. I love the matchup here, Bram. I love the matchup of downfield passing attack from Tennessee against a Mississippi State defense that is giving up nothing downfield, highlighted by Kelly Jones. Those that forget was Liam Blutman's Mississippi State breakout player this season. He's been elite. That's the matchup I can't wait to watch. That's the game of the week for me, even though it's really not, but it is for this.
Brandon, was that your game of the week?
Great choice, Liam.
Thank you. I think you had a great pick as well.
Thank you, Liam.
Go ahead,
Kayce,
Brandon.
what's your Cracker Barrel game?
Well,
of the
I'm
week?
taking a page out of Ev's playbook because I don't know if this will come up. I'm going to take my game. A&M Auburn. A&M has a bye week. Had a bye week after the Notre Dame win. We saw what happened with Auburn. They're down tremendous. I'm very excited to see this. This is a very important game. Auburn will get its shots in. I don't know. Like, how does Jackson Arnold bounce back from what he dealt with last week? How does he turn up after he just got his ass absolutely handed to him in Norman? A&M's getting a ton of hype right now. We don't really know how good Notre Dame really is. I'm so excited because, first of all, it's my team. Second of all, I think A&M beats them pretty good.
That's a dangerous one for you guys.
It's all this game, by the way, is always dangerous.
I know.
For us. I mean, it is, and this is the classic.
That's a slippery.
Ari Wasserman put out an article today on On3, and he was talking about, which every time I say it on this podcast, the creatures are like, well, no one actually says it. But did you see that Ari put out like a whole thing about battered Aggie syndrome today?
I did not.
Yeah, he
will not read it either.
Well, no, I don't.
People tried to say that battered Aggie syndrome's not real.
Every time I have said it on this podcast over the years, they say I make it up.
Oh, it's insane.
I think
You don't make
Y'all
it
have
up,
been
but you do bring it up every fucking show.
I haven't brought-
They've
I
been a
haven't-
consistent
Every show.
disappointment.
My
How
whole
could they
life
not
is
be
battered
battered?
Aggie syndrome, battered
I know,
Aggie
I
syndrome.
haven't said it once this year. Anyways, he did. This is one of those games, though. This is where you look at it, you're like, okay, A&M's riding high. Still September. Usually it's October when the wheels start falling off. That's not
battered.
funny.
That's battered.
That's not
Aggie
funny.
syndrome right
Don't laugh
there.
at that. Don't laugh at that. No, I'm very excited about this game. And not just because like I think that we're going to win the game, but I'm very, very curious to see what Hugh Freeze and this Auburn team looks like after what happened last week.
Yeah. So
It's College Station. Y'all are going to win.
my Cracker Barrel game of the week is, I'm not going to get cute either. It's absolutely, if I watch one game this week, I'm watching Penn State, Oregon. It just is. And Alabama, Georgia not being the Cracker Barrel game of the week is pretty crazy. But they're both Saturday night, right?
There's so much good football.
Yeah.
It's God.
They're at the same exact time.
I know, that's
man.
crazy.
That's so bad.
But the quad box, that's why you get the quad box.
That's fine, but like
I ain't watching on no quad box ever.
Penn State
Well-
Penn State complaining about being at noon has led to this. So now we got two games. We got two games at the same time instead of them playing at noon and having a huge game.
You technically watch a quad box on just 4 different screens.
Oh.
TV,
what?
TV,
That's kinda
TV,
true.
monitor.
It's 7 different
It's kind of true, though, dude.
But it is.
TV, TV,
the fact that he
TV,
just tried to-
monitor,
You're watching a
computer screen,
septuple box.
Cinco.
Okay, but you're
A
okay. So
Cinco box.
you're okay, but you're the fact that you tried to poo-poo a quad box when that's
Well,
exactly
because-
what you do.
Because
just
it
with-
minimizes the little screen, and then you miss a lot of the good ball and the formations and the
doesn't
schemes
minimize
and the
it.
Big
motion.
Ev.
Yeah, it makes it smaller on the screen because it has to fit into one
Big
box.
Ev.
Yes, Brandon.
What team better be on upset alert going into this weekend? I remember the category this time.
There's,
Me-
honestly, I think
Memphis-
there's quite a few. I've got quite a few to choose from here on my list that I wrote down. I'm gonna go Louisville is on upset alert.
Ooh.
They're going to Pitt. This is a Pitt team who I still think is very talented. I know they lost the backyard brawl. Things happen in college football. Things happen in rivalries. They came back and even made it a game in overtime that really had no business going to. Louisville's gotten a lot of hype, a lot of hype. I didn't buy into it from the beginning of the year. I'm not really buying into it now. I think they're good offensively. I don't love their defense. I think Pitt's very, very live to win this game at home in a shootout. I think Louisville is on big-time upset alert.
I'm going to go before Blutman because I know he has mine. So I will say, T-Bob, who is your upset alert?
It's rare I get to do this because I cheer for such a good team, but it's the Ole Miss Rebels, at least on DraftKings. Ole Miss favored by 1.5. LSU going into Oxford, where I believe they've lost. They've never lost the last 2.
See, this is where I hate this category.
This is where
Why?
we're losing recipes.
This
We're
is
losing
where-
recipes.
this is where I hate
Not
this
technically,
category.
'cause
Because
it's-
she did it. She's done it before.
Oh, I've done
and
it.
We've had this argument every single
Thank
time
you.
she's ever
No,
done it.
Thank you. We've had this argument. You're on my side of
No,
this.
this is crazy.
What?
Because that's
The
technically an
number
upset.
5 team in the country beating the number 12 or whatever they are, 13 team in the country is not an upset.
Talk to your guys out west. Talk to Vegas.
Hey,
Go
but
off, King.
Ev could come save us here. You chose a 1-point underdog.
A 1.5.
1.5.
And also, when I did this, the line was a little bit bigger than 1.5. I think it was like 3.5.
Wow, okay, I thought we were allies, Kayce.
No, we are allies.
The number 5
I'm on your
team can't
side here.
upset. The number 5 team can't upset somebody.
And by the way, let me tell you, when I did what you just did, the amount of people that were like, women don't know fucking ball.
Good.
So
I never said that. But I did say you were wrong.
Come at me. I'm a man. I'm 36. I can fucking take it, okay? And all y'all have been shitting all over LSU, saying, the Clemson win doesn't matter, this win doesn't matter, that win doesn't matter, the offense fucking sucks, Garrett Nussmeier's a disappointment, lowest rated passer, all that shit. Throw the flag. I'll jam that flag up your ass, Liam. Ole Miss at home on upset alert because them Tigers is coming. Guys, first time both teams have been undefeated since 1959. Now, granted, they're playing earlier in the season.
They usually play around Halloween.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what happened last time they played in 59? Billy Cannon to the house. The Halloween punt return. Won the Heisman. Fuck Ole Miss. There is not a game that I love more every single year than this one. I fucking hate the Rebels. I have so many positive memories beating that fucking ass, and I can't wait to take Ben Mintz and go full T. Diddy and put him up against the wall Saturday night afternoon and fucking spread them cheeks, because LSU and Mansour Delane, the highest rated cornerback in the entire country, DBU is back. LSU's about to beat that ass.
Wait, T. Diddy
T.
or
Stop.
T. Digsy?
Stop.
T. Digsy. Yeah, I am.
Everybody
Yes,
stop.
both. Either.
I can't believe
both.
what I
Yes.
just witnessed.
All right, Kayce, who is on upset alert?
You're going to make me follow that?
Who is on upset alert?
I just love Ole Miss
It's Ohio
LSU. I get
State.
adrenaline thinking about it.
It's Ohio State. Ev's already talked about the game. I mean, also the line is a little iffy. I don't know. I mean, Brandon, how do you feel? I mean, I know people give you shit for Buckeye Brandon, and I'm not saying that at all. But like, to me, what Ev said about Washington should be ranked, I completely agree. And there's just something that scares me about this game for Ohio State. And I don't know if it's just because I'm doing the transitive property of I don't think Texas is very good. And we obviously, like, that was like the big win for them. But Washington's sneaky.
Yeah, they are, but defense travels. That is my statement about Ohio State. I think defense travels, and they're carrying a hell of a one out there.
That's true.
So,
But
yeah.
that's my upset alert.
I'll go next. My upset alert is on Friday night. You know, not all of you are as old and as wise and as grizzled as I am. You haven't been through the wars. You haven't been through everything. You haven't seen what I've seen. You're not as wise beyond your years. 1995.
I remember it well. I was 6.
1995,
Same.
a Thursday night. I believe maybe Ron Franklin on the call. I don't remember who was on the call, but maybe Ron Franklin.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the GOATs.
Old school.
Florida State and Virginia. Florida State, I believe, conservatively had won 257 games in a row. Wow. They just never lost. They had work done. They were great. They're on the road at Virginia, and the Cavs got them. The Cavaliers got them. They had, I believe it was the last play of the game was a 4th and goal. They did a direct snap to work done. He did not make it, and Virginia pulled off this shocking upset, which is to say, it can happen again. Virginia, I think, is a sneaky good football team. Chandler Morris and the boys can throw the ball around the yard. They have one fluke loss on the road to NC State where he just threw it to the wrong receiver at the wrong time, threw an interception where he had a touchdown right in front of him. Should have won that game, didn't. I think this is a good team, or a better team than their record. I think this is a team. Florida State had the big win over Alabama. Now they go on the road. I think upset alert, huge for the Seminoles right here. Who was yours, Liam?
Oh, wait.
I got Vandy beating Utah State and Mizzou beating UMass. A little money line parlay there.
He's making fun of you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, Vandy's saying Utah State, Liam. That's what I just did.
Who is your upset alert?
I don't care if
Monday
you're trying to
night
make
at
fun of me.
7:42 p.m., Liam Blutman texted this guy, T-Bob, and said, early thought that's not so early. I then texted him a gif of a foam finger that rotates back and forth. He replied, no way. I said at 7:56 p.m., Prediction: Big Ev will be on my side with this one. I will not speak to him about the game. I will not say a word about the game until our preview, which I did not say a single word because I wanted this to be pure and from the heart. And to no avail did Brandon Walker and everyone else that works at this company decide to think and say UVA is beating Florida State on Friday night. I thought I was going to sneak under the radar, get in there, make a big-time play for it with Ev sniping me. Instead, Brandon Walker sniped me, and you almost super sniped me when you brought up the 1995 fact.
Question.
UVA's wearing...
Question.
What?
Which of us on this show picked UVA as their surprise team in the ACC?
Brandon Walker.
You. And which of me is picking a game and not a... I'm picking a spot. I'm just picking a spot. I'm
that's
just
fine.
picking a spot. And just picking
but
a spot,
I was early
Brandon.
on UVA, so you can't say I sneaked on you. Or I sniped you here.
You didn't snipe me. I said I thought Ev would snipe me. Well, I did say, okay, fair. Words are words. Who cares? Ev, I believe, will be in on this spot.
I think the point is
Do
we
you
have
like
receipts.
UVA here, Ev?
It's a spot that I would traditionally always be on. I have a little eye testing here with Florida State that I don't know how, like, I don't trust Virginia's defense. I think that's a problem for me here. And I think that's where, like, I think like 9 times out of 10, this spot situationally, I'd be on Virginia. And I've started tilting towards Florida State because it's a game on Friday night. I know I'm going to bet it. I'm kind of leaning Florida. I need to see if Castellanos is like good, ready to go. I think I might take Florida State, but I'm not locked in on that yet. But that's why I just trust their defense more.
So UVA has a top 5 third down defense, which I really like. I know Florida State has a very good third down offense, but UVA, both offensively, defensively, they're in the top 5, I believe, for their third down offense defense. The Castellanos thing being hurt and banged up plays into it. Friday night, Brandon mentioned 1995. What sold me was on Monday afternoon, seeing the 1995 throwbacks are being worn. I get that on a Friday night. I know the history there. I know that when we had a sleepy Saturday a few days ago and we've got a big-time primetime slate like we do, Ev, what always happens on the Friday? A little appetizer to trickle into the big-time Saturday where stuff's going to show up and show out. Virginia beats Florida State outright. Major shakeup in the ACC. I think Florida State and Auburn got way too gassed up and overrated after week 1. I never agreed with it. This is where things start to happen and cook, playboy.
So what Liam is saying is that Virginia is the foreplay.
That's what he's saying.
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, that line went back to a hard 7. Liam, I needed to hear that speech. I need to ponder more on this.
Okay,
ponder
away.
I needed to hear that. I need to hear that.
It's the 95 throwbacks do a lot.
T-Bob, what were you going to say?
I was going to say there are 2 men in football that don't punt right now, and it's Daniel Jones and Castellanos. I was also going to say that what Liam did just reference, the crazy Friday nights with a full slate on the deck, I've suffered at the hands of it. That's when that Iowa State team beat Oklahoma State, therefore opening the door in 2011 for fucking Alabama to get back in the Natty. So Liam just spit straight fire.
You would have smacked that Oklahoma State team too.
Yeah. Fucking blows.
Go ahead.
We have a new segment, Brandon.
Yeah.
A new sponsor, Venmo. We all love Venmo.
Hell yeah.
Kick off college sports season with the special edition Venmo debit card and unlock 40% off of a Big Ten Plus subscription, a free year of Perplexity Pro, and cash back from some of your favorite brands. We've been talking about Venmo on the College Football Show. Ev, you were in the crowd with gigantic Venmo debit cards at Utah, correct?
It was massive.
Massive credit cards or debit cards. So score the Venmo debit card and access fan rewards from the Big Ten Plus and Perplexity Pro. Sign up at venmo.com/collegecard today. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Max cash back varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. So they are the sponsor of the Big Ten and the Big 12. So what we're going to do, Brandon Walker, we have collectively as a group decided the big game of the week. Get it?
From the Big Ten and the Big 12?
Yeah, the big game of the week that is not on a lot of people's radars that should be.
Yeah.
Is?
How about a little come-down game for Indiana going to Iowa? Big. Indiana at Iowa. listen, Indiana looked impressive, crazy good, but an Iowa team that got a big win on the road against Rutgers. Yes, a big win on the road against Rutgers. Then our offense got a little life breathed into it by facing a bad defense. Now they come face an Indiana team who is on top of the world, and everything is going their way. Now they got to go on the road to an Iowa team. It is hard to win in Kinnick Stadium. That is the Venmo big game of the week.
Love to see it.
Yeah, this is a very interesting game. This is a weight of history game in that Iowa wins this game every time.
Yeah.
Normally, right? But like in the present, as it stands now, Iowa should have no business winning this game.
Indiana has spent the last season and 4 games changing paradigms and changing everything about their program.
Took their blue chip.
And this is another chance to do just that. Indiana historically would never win this game at Iowa with a halfway decent Iowa team. And if they're who they think they are now, they're going to win it.
Ev, what do you think?
For the big game of the week or just that game?
No, about this game.
Yeah, no, this is a group choice.
It's tough because it's another one like situationally that Iowa like at home catching 7.5. Like Indiana just had the game of their lives. Like I think Iowa can hang here, but it's tough because like Iowa or Indiana was kind of that team last year where they kept getting lines like this, and then they would just win by 30. Mm-hmm. And they were just so dominant last week. It's like, do I want to overreact to just last week? Or do I want to give Iowa the flowers of being at home, playing tough? I'd probably take Iowa in the 7.5 and roll the dice. That Indiana's good, but not like beating everyone by 50 good.
All right.
But I think this is a game where if Indiana goes and wins this game comfortably, it'll almost, I won't say impress me more than the Illinois game, but it'll just solidify their spot of how legit they are.
And that is the Venmo big game of the week. Thank you, Venmo. So now we go to the
Wait, hold on. I have one more thought. I got a question on Indiana real quick.
Yeah.
I want to pose to y'all.
Sure.
I think Indiana can be a national championship good program. Tell me why they can't.
Because they are not one of the 8 to 10 best recruiters in the country, and they don't have a roster that can stand up to the Ohio States, the Alabamas, and the Georgias.
They have an elite coach. They have anywhere from the first to third largest alumni base in the entire country. There is no drug that spurs investment like belief in a football team. Like if you have money and you're a Hoosier fan, you want to give right now.
Fine.
I think there's a world where we could be looking at a consistently great Indiana.
Dude, they can't do it in basketball where they have the history.
Yeah, but
how the hell are they going to do it in football?
Everybody's a basketball school until you taste a little pigskin.
Well, let me throw this at you, and I'll move on because we got to go to the other games.
Yeah, my bad.
But that's fine. But do you see any world, because you're a big believer in blue chip ratio?
Yeah,
and the teams that are up at blue chip ratio are pretty cut and dry every single year. Your Georgias, your Alabamas, your A&Ms, your Texases, your Ohio States, right? Your Michigans. Do you see a world in the next 5 or 10 years where those blue chips stop going to Ohio State, Notre Dame, and the Midwest powers and start going to Indiana? Because I don't.
Yeah, that's actually kind of shut me down a little bit.
Well, I wasn't trying to shut you down. I was just trying to
it's a good point.
show my superiority in all things.
It's a
just wanted to stunt on them hosts.
It's a point well made.
I think they can be what TCU was a couple of years ago, a freak run to the national title game. Like if you told me in an individual year Indiana was good enough to make a run to the national title game, I'd believe it. If you told me they would be a year in, year out basis that good, I don't think that's possible. I don't think Cignetti's that guy either. Okay, now.
I was going to ask you a question really quick because I'm seeing, speaking of Lane Kiffin, he's bitching about having to play Oklahoma every year. Did you like Mississippi State's annual opponents?
Yeah, it's so we got, I knew we'd get Ole Miss, of course. I knew we'd get Alabama because we are, and it's sneaky, one of the most played games in the SEC. We had played every year until 1948, since 1948 till this year. Played a bunch. We played over 100 times, and we're only 90. We're the closest teams in the SEC. We're closer than Alabama, Auburn. We're closer than Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Alabama and Mississippi State are an hour and 10 minutes apart. So yeah, I liked having Alabama actually. Now that Saban's gone, I think that's a game we could win once every 10 years, maybe, as opposed to never. And
where were we flying back from when we were on the jet?
Baton Rouge.
And we were just looking down.
Baton Rouge a couple of years ago. We looked down, and Mississippi State was getting throttled by Alabama. And then our third one is Vanderbilt. And listen, I know they're up right now, but if you're going to the well and drawing out permanent SEC opponents, you're fucking hoping for Vanderbilt. And they were probably hoping for Mississippi State. So I'm going to shake their hands and say, welcome, Commodores. Let's embrace and play each other every year for the rest of time. So I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Yeah, Lane's currently bitching about.
Oh, Lane Kiffin bitching?
He said, Oklahoma is really disappointing. We don't have anything in common with them or our fans, so it doesn't make any sense at all. That's unfortunate with so many great teams we played for such a long time here.
Who is he trying? He got LSU. He got Mississippi State. Who's he won?
I don't know. I'm just saying he's very mad about Oklahoma, apparently.
Ole Miss, when they were having their fake national title runs back in the 60s, they famously dodged Alabama every year. They played Alabama like 40 times. We played them 120. They played Auburn like 38 times. We played them 120. So, anyway, the under-the-radar game of the week, Big Evan.
Mine? I think I've got to go just so we can talk about it because I think it is a big game on Friday. The other game on Friday night, I think TCU, Arizona State. Massive game for the conference. I know Arizona State's kind of obviously they had the tough game against Mississippi State, but still everything's in front of them for the Big 12. I think this is a massive determiner for the Big 12. I think there's a very good chance the winner of this game plays in the Big 12 title game. I think it's a great quarterback game. I know Sam Levitt hasn't been nearly as good this year, but I think there's still something there. And Hoover's been incredible. That TCU team's been incredible. They've been prepared to play every week. I thought it was honestly a very good win over SMU. I still think SMU's a solid team. I thought that was a sound win. And yeah, you get a classic unranked team favorite over the ranked team. I love it. Friday night, Arizona State, TCU. I think that's an unbelievable game. That's probably borderline top 10 because the slate's so good.
T-Bob, the under-the-radar game of the week.
Yeah, I'm going to go with one that's actually ranked unranked, which I guess speaks to the nature of the weekend and his big noon kickoff. And I'll go USC at Illinois.
I think it's under the radar.
I think the Indiana beatdown of Illinois has taken a lot of the wind out of those sails. But again, guys, check out the College Football Show, Barstool College Football Show this weekend. They'll be live. Check them out on Big Noon as well.
Hell yeah.
And I am just fascinated by USC right now. I've been a massive Lincoln Riley hater. Jaden Mayava has been damn near perfect, highest rated quarterback in the entire country up to this point. I don't know if any of it is real or not, but this is going to be a major what do you call it? Fraud or contender pretender. This is a big it's a big game for figuring out who these teams really are. I don't know what just happened. Because
did you have a stroke?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Words are giving him fits today.
I know it's bad. I think I'm on hour 7.
Go ahead and extrapolate it on that.
Illinois. Look, because again, stock way down Illinois right now, but I still believe in that team. I've been saying all week. I still think they're 15-20. Well, they got to beat USC. I think if they want to prove that, and USC, who I largely considered to just be dead in the water after the disaster of last year. You look. They ended beating A&M in a bowl game when a lot of people for USC set out, get a little momentum going in the offseason. Been good thus far. Maybe Lincoln Riley starts to shift the narrative here, and if he goes on the road and beats BLM's team, a tough team where USC's very finesse, I think that's a big statement.
Kayce, the under-the-radar game of the week.
Well, we talked about this team a little bit earlier. They have to win this game if they want to stay in the playoff race. It's Notre Dame, Arkansas. I mean, you look at what Notre Dame has been dealing with. I know they won a game against nobody last week, but Arkansas, they have the one-score woes, Sam Pittman potentially on the hot seat. I mean, to me, obviously Notre Dame has to absolutely win this game if they want to keep it on. But Arkansas, they've been that sneaky. They're always right there. I mean, would it surprise you if Arkansas beat Notre Dame?
I almost lean to the fact that they are going to beat them.
Yeah, and I feel like this is just kind of one of those under-the-radar games because it's just, the slate is so heavy. But this feels like to me that Notre Dame dreams could absolutely die this week. And Arkansas being 2-2, but having the games that they've had and just, I don't know. I don't think Sam Pittman's on as hot of a seat as some people do, but this game is very interesting to me.
They're 2 fumbles away from being 4-0 and ranked in the top 20.
Right.
And if Arkansas players like Sam Pittman even a little bit, they're going to play their fucking ass off for him. Mm-hmm. And they're playing a team with a bad defense, and Arkansas have an elite quarterback. I think it's a great pick. I circled it for mine, but I'm glad that you took it.
Early game, too, 11 o'clock.
Under-the-radar game of the week.
I don't know if I'm going to have an opportunity to talk about that game again, so I just want to touch on T-Bob's. It greatly annoys me that we live in a state where we can't bet on Illinois college teams because I think fading Illinois all season would be the most profitable team to just win off of. I would bet,
including this weekend.
Correct. I would have bet so much on Indiana last week. I would bet so much on USC this week. player like me ain't going to be surprised if Illinois goes out there and drops a game next week at Purdue before they host Ohio State.
Wow.
I am so low on this Illinois team. I look back in the preseason preview, I said they win 7 games. Still believe that. I don't view them as a top 25 team, man. I'm not doing this cute charade everyone else wants to do. Nonetheless, under a game. It's smushed in this afternoon slate. It's 2 top 10 quarterbacks. It's JKS at Cal and it's Dylan Lonergan at BC. Nobody's giving Lonergan enough respect. Dude, Lonergan is an absolute flamethrower with the rock in his hands. He's doing dirty things at BC in a pro system. He's got pro NFL eyes all over him. That game's going to fly under the radar in this massive showdown slate. Nobody's going to care about it. People are going to box score watch. People aren't going to watch this game. So what I'll tell you is to make sure you go on the YouTubes or whatever, watch a condensed version of the game, and lock in, watch some really high-tier quarterback play.
Ooh, Lonergan right now, 73% completion, 9 touchdowns, 1 picks, 330 a game.
Yeah, he's balling. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he plays at BC. Former Alabama guy.
And we love Jared.
JKS.
Oh, Brandon.
Thanks
Jared
to Cal for the
Cave,
merch, too. Cal hooked us up all with merch. So UCLA, your move, playa.
Go Bears.
Brandon.
Every other team in the country, your move, playa.
You're under the radar game?
Well, no, not USC.
Do I get to go now?
We were conversating. You don't want to conversate with me anymore?
Just conversing. It's not really conversating.
Yeah.
Look, the couch is
We
just
don't know how
not
to speak
conducive
English.
to words
We're
today.
both Cajun.
Yeah.
Big Ev, what do you think?
Ooh, bad timing. Big Ev just stepped out the shot.
He did that on purpose. What an
okay.
asshole.
I'm an idiot.
You're such an idiot. I saw that impish look in your eye.
Impish.
Impish.
I doubt Brandon has ever been described as impish.
Never been impish.
But he does have a rather mischievous glint.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
he's got some
Oh,
impish traits.
I can see Big Ev out of the corner of both eyes. I got the reflection over there, and I got it over here. I was like, oh, I can say it now. All right, so the under-the-radar game of the week. Liam kind of blew up my spot on this one.
Of course.
Naturally.
And that's fine because he picked it as his game of the week. But in a world where Alabama and Georgia is existing, LSU, Ole Miss, A&M, Auburn, in the SEC alone, Notre Dame, Arkansas, it's hard to believe that I think Tennessee, Mississippi State in week 5 here is an important game. Mississippi State's 4-0. Our over-under was 3.5. We passed that before September, before the last week of September. Not only have we passed it, we've played really well. The defenses look good against bad teams. Defense looked good against Arizona State. The offense has looked great at times. And Tennessee is just very, very good. Legitimate top 15 team that blew their opportunity to really be like a consensus top 5 team at this point. But Aguilar can throw it down the field. He's right. We do have 3 corners, I believe, in PFF's top 10 corners in football right now. Now, that's right now. We haven't really faced the most prolific passing offenses, although we did shut down Sam Leavitt. But I think this, to me, is a game my whole life Mississippi State has lost. You start 4-0. You're playing your first big SEC game. It used to be LSU. We used to play them like last week of September.
Early.
And it was always early, and it would be like, oh, this is the year, this is the year, this is the year. It's 35-3 at the half. And it feels like Tennessee has the ability to do that to us. So I'm not going to be – I would be surprised if we were to win this game. I think Tennessee is a legit great team. And if we were to beat them, it says to me, oh, my God, things are happening. They're already happening. They're already happening. Levy has changed the whole tenor of this program. The arrow's pointed up. But if we win Saturday, there's now 2 arrows, and they're flaming, and they're pointing up to, like, the heavens. And I'm taking all y'all with me. You're all going on the ride with me.
To Starkville?
I don't know. I thought it was.
Yeah, but then you turn around and you have to play us next week.
Look, if you can get
So I
us a
can't go on the ride
hotel,
with you.
I'm down to go to Starkville.
I'll punch you in the face.
What? You said you had an Airbnb. That's not
better
a hotel.
than a hotel.
What? We've stayed in hotels in separate rooms.
Airbnbs don't creep you
Starkville?
out?
I like Airbnb.
I don't know. They freak me out.
No. They freak you out.
No, Airbnbs are awesome. I
Oh,
like
you
it.
want to sleep in a hotel that got masturbated in 12 hours ago?
The
Yeah.
cameras in the Airbnbs. You've not heard about this? They're watching you fuck.
Let them watch.
Hell yeah.
You not heard about the Caitlin Page debacle in Athens?
No.
Or in Augusta?
Oh,
Ooh, that was a bad debacle. They thought they were going to get killed.
yeah. No, there's A lot.
Never mind this, though. Lowest catch rate allowed by FBS cornerbacks. Number 1 in the country, Kelly Jones, 14.3%.
Yeah, he's very good. He shut down Jordan Tyson, and Jordan Tyson is a top 5 receiver in this country.
Yeah, Kelly Jones is gonna get so much NFL love.
He's made a lot of money. He's long,
very long. Fast as hail winner at Mississippi State.
So when you guys beat Arizona State, admittedly, I had a bit to drink. So
what?
First I've heard of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't remember it either, T-Bob. On a scale of that celebration, what would this celebration be like for you?
Times that celebration times 5.
Well, so does that mean you'd just get completely naked?
Yep.
I can't be beholden. And another reason this is under the radar, by the way, is we don't even get an actual time slot. We get that SEC network weird spot at 3:15, 45 minutes after everybody else is kicked off. And then the night games will start, and we're like deep in the fourth quarter. So we're like in that weird spot.
Are you going to watch it at home?
Yeah, I'm going to watch it at home.
Oh, I didn't know if you would come back here after.
No, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it with Big T. I've watched sporting events with Big T before. I'm not doing it again. All right. Got to tell you about Cosm. If you are in LA or Dallas and you want an immersive sports experience, go check out Cosm.
We love Cosm.
Cosm brings sports to life by redefining the fan experience and reimagining how it's shared with others. Also, they have a delicious selection of drinks. Ain't that right, T-Bob?
Well, I just had a lot of beer. But, yeah, I drink a lot of Twisted Tea, too.
The energy inside Cosm surrounded by fellow fans.
My girlfriends drank a lot of champagne that night.
Has she said anything about me today?
Oh, yeah. I sent her the video of you licking the can while sensually.
Hey, now.
She said, that's my man's.
The energy inside Cosm, surrounded by fellow fans, makes it feel like a home away from home when your team is on the road. When you're in the Dome, and no matter what we say about the Dome, just know that we are underselling it.
Yes.
True.
It is epic and incredible. You feel like you're at the game. When Kayce and them were doing their dance at the end, they had to feel like they were...
Don't call it a dance.
How was that not a dance?
It's a dance. You ever sawing them off?
Yeah, we're dancing.
It's like
That's
the
not
gritty.
dancing.
It's like the gritty, but
that was a
sawing them
dance.
off.
That is not a dance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me describe what you
nodded.
did.
certainly
You locked arms, swayed back and forth in rhythm together. You're right. That's not a dance.
It's not a dance.
I just described. That is the literal definition of a dance.
I have never in my 36 years on this planet heard anyone describe it as a dance.
Everybody who says dance, raise your hand.
It's not a fucking... You guys are so stupid.
Liam's got your back.
I hate dancing.
When you're in the Dome, there are moments that make you feel like you're actually on the field. Some of the views you won't see anywhere else. The hall is like the ultimate tailgate. Everyone hangs out together. Great food, great drinks. Plus, you've got all the action from the other games wall to wall. One half is the Dome. The other half is the hall with gigantic... I'm just guessing 16 to 20 gigantic TVs.
And they still have servers there, by the way. So it's not like you're just standing there and have to go to the bar. They still serve
it's
your
really
table.
nice.
And when I call them TVs, I'm doing them disservice. They're like jumbotrons. They're just huge TVs.
And you can play beer pong.
They have an incredible college football slate coming up this season at Cosm. They have Oklahoma, Texas in the Dome. They have USC, Notre Dame in the Dome. Penn State, Ohio State in the Dome. Texas and Georgia in the Dome. All throughout the fall, Cosm is your game day HQ with over 40 immersive college football games. They just announced NFL, which we're also stoked about. Head to Cosm.com, COSM.com, to check out upcoming games and Cosm's full calendar. Follow Cosm at Cosm Dallas, Texas, at Cosm Dallas TX, and at Cosm Los Angeles CA. View upcoming college football games and get tickets at Cosm.com.
Have you heard the potential good news?
Don't
say it. Don't ruin it.
I know Cosm's expanding or trying to expand.
Oh, no.
Something like that?
No.
Oh, are we headed back?
Maybe.
Could be a big one.
All right.
I'll say one sentence on Cosm. Normally, corporate taglines are lame and not true, but theirs, which is paraphrasing like, if you can't be at the game, be at Cosm, is the most true corporate tagline I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's phenomenal. The Liam Blutman Cover Your Eyes Game of the Week. As always, what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Did I skip player to watch?
Yeah. And I knew you weren't going to circle back if you were going to the Liam.
All right. Well, let's tighten it up here then. The player to watch.
I'll go really quickly because we've already talked about him.
Oh, okay. So I was just skipping her saying Marcel Reed.
No.
Please say Marcel Reed.
Do what?
Please say Marcel.
No, I'm not saying Marcel. It would actually be very funny if I did. No, so I said this last episode when you're not here, and you and I have done this. We've done this dance for years, and it's not just us. Anybody who's ever been on the podcast, there are certain narratives that we all latch onto, whether we're all on the same page or we're all on different pages. It's Drew Aller. It's Drew Aller. It's a you versus me takeoff a little bit. You love him. I hate him. I don't even know him personally, but I just feel like the way Penn State fans have acted when I do say that I don't think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, I feel like I just can't wait to watch him. I wish I was watching him next to you, holding your hand through it.
T-Bob, the player to watch.
This one jumped off the page to me. I feel a little lame that I always choose quarterbacks, but kind of the nature of the beast, but it's Damon Williams. At home, sailgating, that Ohio State defense, like you said, that should travel very well. I wouldn't expect you to appreciate it, Brandon, given your kind of dweebishness, but Damon Williams was fantastic last week, and yeah, I'm going to be zeroed in on Damon this weekend.
Dweeb.
Big Av.
Yeah, I think Drew Aller for this week is clearly the right answer, but I'll say Dante Moore because I think it's a chance to big-time game on the road in the whiteout at night. I think T-Bob said earlier, like, you have a big game here. He's a Heisman favorite, no doubt. So you go Dante Moore.
Liam Blutman.
I know exactly how this works, by the way. Damon's going to stink it up, and you're going to get the last laugh once again. Because you're number one for a reason. That's how the game works, playa. Do I look cool right now?
Yeah, you do.
As cool as you've ever looked.
Yeah,
All
no
right,
doubt.
sick. Good, because I got 5. I mentioned earlier I was going to do Kenyon Sadiq, but you guys talked about this game, and I didn't really get to talk about it. The trench warfare in Indiana, Iowa is very intriguing, and if I was going to pull off this upset, it's because of the offensive line, what they'll be able to generate. So my 5 players to watch isn't around the country. It's all just Iowa's offensive line. It's Trevor Lauk at left tackle, who ranks first on PFF's top left tackles. It's Bo Stevens at left guard, who ranks first at PFF's left guard. It's Logan Jones at center, who ranks first in PFF's best centers. It's Cade Piper at right guard, who ranks first in PFF's right guards. And it's Jennings Dunker, Big Jinja, who ranks second at right tackle. So in PFF's database. So Iowa has the best offensive line in the country per PFF. They have 1-1-1-1-2.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I did not realize that. That makes me a little worried for Indiana.
The guy that's second is a first-round pick.
All right.
And it's that right there.
My player to watch, and curse all of you for making me do this.
Uh-oh.
Fuck you.
I know who you're doing.
Fuck you, and fuck you. Drew Aller is the right answer because it's a true moment for ball knowers like me to be proven right and haters like you to be proven haters. But you've already taken him, so I'm not going to say him. But, friends, we have a problem on our hands.
Uh-oh.
If Trinidad Chambliss goes for 300 yards like he has both times he started and rushes for another 100 against LSU and a win against LSU, he's not only taken Austin Simmons' job, he's a legitimate Heisman candidate out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. This is a guy I was
good storyline.
I was praying on Ole Miss's downfall. I really was. But my eyes are going to tell you what they see. And they see a team who got way better the second he became their quarterback. They beat a Tulane team who is very solid, like they were an FCS team. They beat them to absolute sleep. Now they're at home. So the pumpkins, or the carriage is either turning back into a pumpkin Saturday night against this good LSU defense, and the Trinidad Chambliss story, poof, goes away, or it goes bigger than we ever thought it could.
Yeah.
And if he is huge in this game and they win this game, we have a new star on our hands. This is the player to watch because a loss, poof. A win, blossom.
It's massive disparity.
It's a massive disparity.
Well, and did you hear about his little brother? He's still in high school. He's committed to Ole Miss.
No, I have not.
What's
heard
his
about
name?
Him.
Tobago.
Oh, dude,
Damn it.
take a seat.
Get the
Get out.
I liked
Come
it.
on, man.
I liked it.
Come on, man.
I liked it.
The Liam Blutman Cover Your Eyes Game of the Week. We'll start with Liam Blutman.
Tobago.
the flag has been thrown so many times.
You've had 3 flags. That's unsportsmanlike conduct. The Monday Night Football doubleheader between the Jets, Dolphins, and Bengals, Broncos, and then UMass, Mizzou. You know, Ahmad Hardy, 251, the Heisman. We're not going to do it against UMass, man. But please, let the man at least get a touchdown or two. Let the man...
Let him get his 150 yards and touchdown and get out of there.
Let him do it in the first quarter. Get out of there healthy. You've got Roberts. Let him get some work. What we saw in the season opener against UCA, I believe it was, they worked them in smooth. They gave him 10 carries in the game, let him get to 100+ and got him out of there. Didn't ask him to do too much. I love that the nerd drink is doing that. Get your best players in and out against inferior comp, and let's get moving. Ahmad Hardy for Heisman.
Kayce.
So I'm cheating a little bit because it's not an actual game.
I don't remember the category.
The cover your eyes.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to say it's a person that needs to cover his eyes. Bill Belichick's got to get his shit together. He has absolutely got to get his shit together. He needs to cover his eyes, go back in time to when he was the greatest NFL coach of all time, all the Super Bowls, and he has got to find that somewhere deep inside of this man, because what is happening right now, Brandon, another thing I know you would have had my back. I understand. She's probably throwing it back. I get it. She's doing 50 tricks. Years younger. She's doing tricks on it, little bro. I get that. We cannot watch this man fall down this path.
It's hard to watch.
It's so hard to watch. It's so everything he's doing, even her on the sidelines, and I've heard all the different shows across all the networks asking, like, have you ever seen that? You don't see that. You don't see a wife or a girlfriend kissing up on him pregame for them to lose the way they're losing. He's got to figure some shit out. And I don't even know how you pull a man out of a trance like that.
It's undefeated.
Well, also, Kayce, did y'all see what broke at the beginning of this show? The Us Weekly cover.
Yes. Oh, yes. I've seen that.
And it's Bill Belichick on the cover of Us Weekly.
And they called her the number one woman in sports.
First ever college football coach to grace the cover.
Or Angel Wilson.
What about Angel?
Yeah, what about Angel?
Take it over, Angel. Take it over.
It is astounding. Just astounding.
Livy's not in sports anymore.
How quickly,
yeah,
Simone.
I need him to figure it out. And I like I said, I get it. Well, I don't get it. I'm not a 75-year-old man with a 25-year-old girlfriend, but
I get it.
I can imagine she's doing some things. I can imagine. I can't watch one of the greats fail like this.
I can't wait to go out and pick out my 25-year-old model. I can't wait.
Your wife.
It seems like a lot.
I'm trading in soon.
Okay, what do they talk about?
It seems like a lot.
His money? Spending it?
Do you think he can even handle her throwing it back at such an age?
Oh, gross.
He has dementia.
I'm not sure he can physically handle it.
What's his name?
Big Ev.
Big Ev, what is your Liam Blutman Memorial Cover Your Eyes game of the week?
I think this is the one true Liam Blutman Memorial Cover Your Eyes game. It's UCLA Northwestern. I stand with my brother Liam.
That's disgusting.
Watch this game. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be gross. Anything involving Nico is just sickening, hard to watch. That's the game.
Thanks, man.
T-Bob, your Liam Blutman Memorial Cover Your Eyes game of the week.
I'm going Houston at Oregon State. I just don't. I mean, Houston's good. Willie Fritz is doing a good job there. Another one of them good A&M quarterbacks elsewhere, but poor Oregon State. Nobody them in Washington State have just been completely lost in the modern reshuffling, and this does nothing for me.
It sucks.
Trent Bray, gotta go.
My Liam Blutman Cover Your Eyes game of the week is in a world where the SEC is giving you like 6 eminently watchable games. Mm-hmm. Somebody somewhere in this country on Saturday will turn the channel to Kentucky and South Carolina and be like, oh, here's an SEC game right here. Let me watch it. Friends, let me tell you something. I don't know that South Carolina is that bad of a team. They're probably a 6-6 team. They're a bad
Morris got hurt.
They're a bad team with good – no, he's not good healthy. They're a bad team with good players, okay? They're a bad team with good players. Kentucky's just a bad team with bad players. And now Kentucky does have a little life with the new quarterback. But this is a game – when you watch every other SEC game, you're going to see football played at the highest level. If you've watched South Carolina, they do shit that shouldn't – it just doesn't – it isn't a college football team. They do shit like they'll be in second and 29. You're like, what the hell? They figure out how to do that. They just do crazy shit. This is a bad SEC game on a day where the SEC is giving you nothing but incredible football. Cover your eyes if you're watching that one.
Cover them.
Cover them.
And watching that during the Penn State, Oregon, and Alabama, Georgia game.
Yeah. Okay. So Lane, I don't care that Lane's bitching about everything, but LSU, Ole Miss got 2:30, Mississippi State, Tennessee got 3:15, and Kentucky, South Carolina got a primetime
Yeah,
spot.
no, that's shit.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Is 2:30?
I think it was a sacrificial lamb, but
in a post CBS world though, is 2:30 still the big SEC slot, or is it primetime?
I think it's primetime, but I do think the TV networks were thinking the second best game is LSU and Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And if we put them up next to or Oregon, Penn State, and Alabama, Georgia, that's death.
Yeah.
So put the second best spot at 2:30.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened, and then we go from there. Last category to end the show. The T-Bob A-Bear cave drinking game of the week. This is the category he chose. The cave drinking game of the week.
Yeah.
T-Bob A-Bear.
Yeah, I like to fucking drink and watch football. Fucking sue me.
It's America.
It's funny because it is Kentucky and South Carolina. Absolutely. But the reason is, it's a very selfish reason for me, and that is because I am completely enamored with the idea of Lenore Sellers 1-1 to the New Orleans Saints. So I will not be watching this game live, but late night when I'm drunk afterwards, I will watch this and I will continue to dream about Lenore Sellers being the New Orleans Saints quarterback next year.
Kayce, the cave drinking game of the week.
I mean, it's LSU Ole Miss.
Yeah,
2:30.
It's a drunk game.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good
drunk
day.
game.
That's a good day drinking game. That's a game where it's a drunk game. The fans are going to be drunk. They love to drink, and then you're so drunk after the game that you just roll in and maybe you just like ruin your boss's night or something like that.
Liam Blutman, the cave drinking, the iced tea drinking game of the week.
Am I going insane, or I keep hearing the wake up Barstool theme. Is that just me?
No,
or my
yeah, they
brain?
are blaring it in the studio
So
back there.
I sleep on that couch every morning. They play that theme
They love it.
all day, every day. Yes.
It's
I
never
thought
ending.
maybe I was just.
T-Bob.
Oh,
You're a piece of shit for yelling outside that door this morning.
Yeah,
You screamed at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I try to get the energy up.
At 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah,
Were you
in-
screaming at somebody?
Yeah, I just walk in and start talking shit.
Literally just, like that kind of yell.
Yeah, I had to stretch.
Sounds like a primal thing he was doing.
Yeah, I had a.
Can't be primal stretching when I'm sleeping.
Well, no, have you
When
ever?
I'm folded up like a little bitch.
Are you a Dead Poets Society fan?
Yeah, I saw it once.
You know, like a guttural yawp. Sometimes you just got to get a yawp out. I just had to get a yawp out.
All right, the cave drinking game of the week, Liam.
New Mexico State, New Mexico, green chili beer's a thing.
Big Av, the T-Bob A-Bear cave drinking game of the week.
This one was easy for me. I think it's Auburn A&M. I think these teams are just destined for chaos, just destined for like a defensive touchdown, crazy turnover, so electric offensive plays. I think it's high scoring, and I think it's close.
This game last year, we remember what happened. We were live on Unnecessary Roughness through the overtimes. You remember?
Oh, was that? Yeah, I didn't remember off the top of my head.
And it was very good that my son was not home that night, because I would have woken him up in the middle of the night with the just absolute painful scream I had at the end of that game.
My cave drinking game of the week is listen. What's better on you're getting ready for Saturday? What's better on a Friday night than a high quality football game late at night?
Yeah, it's great.
Hell yeah.
Right, you just crack you open whatever you drink, some twisted teas, whatever you drink, crack it open.
4 bottles of
and
wine.
enjoy TCU Arizona State, because you're going to watch Josh Hoover. He can throw the ball around the yard. Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson can throw the ball around the yard. I think they're going to be better.
Eric McAllister might as well throw him after his performance last week.
I think you've got some outstanding opportunities for some highlight plays here. Kick back and enjoy, because the SEC and the Big Ten are dominating this Saturday. But Friday night, the Big 12 is putting its biggest game right there on a Friday night this week, and it is TCU Arizona State.
Love it. Okay, boys, you have the underdog parlay.
We do have the underdog parlay, and I'll make it very quick for me. I sniped Liam again, but it is Virginia +7 against Florida State. T-Bob?
So I gave.
He switched his during the show, by the way.
I gave TCU before the show, but I changed my mind after hearing Ev talk about the second game that I wanted to do. I'm going to do Pittsburgh. I'm going to do Louisville, Pittsburgh. I feel a little ignorant on Louisville, but like Ev said, Pitt at home, Eli Holstein, highest rated passer in the AC. I think the WVU thing was a rivalry fluke. Yeah, give me Pitt at home.
And Ev.
Big Ev.
Hey, Brandon, you ready?
Hey. Yeah.
You ready to go to war?
I'm ready to go to war.
Oh, shit.
You ready to do this?
I'm ready to fucking do it.
The Bulldogs are getting 7 in the hook, and I think that's
I'm ready to fucking do it. I'm ready to fucking do it, Big Ev.
I think that's crazy in Starkville. You're giving me a touchdown in the hook? Yes, please. Thank you very much, sir. May I have another?
You don't come into these cowbells into Starkville and win by 7.5 fucking points.
Where's your
Kayce.
Where's your fucking cowbell?
I think it's in the
wake up.
Barstool room.
Tennessee is going to need everything they have to win this football game. Mark my words. Everything they have. And if they don't, they might lose it outright.
Brandon.
Mississippi State, this is going to be a war in Starkville. I'm telling you.
It's going to. I'm so mad. I can't go. Gosh, damn it.
No, but listen. Imagine how good it'll be when you go to, because you're going to go to what game?
Texas.
Yes,
October
Kaylin
25th. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Nothing. I'll tell you after the fact.
Your parlay is plus 589 on DraftKings. Please make sure to go place that and add your own if you would like to make it a 4-leg parlay and use the Barstool College Football Parlay Profit Boost.
Don't get mad at me.
What's going on over there?
They're fighting.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't. Mom and Dad can't fight. Mom and Dad can't fight. It's not my fault. It's not my fucking fault. It's not my fault. You think it's my fucking fault? You think that's my fault? You think that's my fault?
Mom, please
What's for dinner?
Please
hurry up! Hurry up! Big F. Fire me up on Mississippi State one more time.
You don't come into Starkville. SEC game. The new regime. Levy. Chapin. Receivers. Defense. Football. Passion. Winning, Brandon. Winning.
Yeah, we're back.
7.5. It's a gift. Thank you, betting gods. Thank you, gambling lords. Thank you. Bulldogs plus 7.5 at home. They're live to win the football game.
All right. I could see where that would be.
Only one of these are undefeated. You know?
That's true.
I mean, only one of these teams hasn't been beat yet.
All right. We'll see you Saturday night.
Well, we'll see you Saturday morning first.
What's the flag for?
Oh, and USC, Illinois. You can watch the Barstool College Football Show. Me, Kayce, Big Av will be there in Champaign. Big noon kickoff right after that. Me and Kayce will probably be on that. And then we'll have a great day of football, and we'll see you Saturday night.
Saturday night, baby. That's unnecessary roughness.
Someone's got to stop playing the theme song. I'm going to go nuts.